Here's a look at the starting grid for this Parts Unlimited Talent Cup by Motul with Vosberg on pole.
Then we have DeMario and King, Kopp, Page, and Drain outside of row 2. A little further back, Correa, Betancourt, Eladre are on the podium yesterday. Nice to see. Garcia, Sanchez, Fraley. And then back there on row 5, we've got Solly Mervis. So, yeah, Greg, it's gonna. Let's hope that we don't have as much, let's say,
ready to rock and roll when these lights go out. Away we go, and a look clean launch from the front row. And DeMario trying to get a draft off of Vosberg. That's the 31. You see the 27 DeMario pull out into turn number 1, and he will take over the spot.
Definitely made that happen, didn't he, Greg? You called it early as he runs a little bit wide. Vosberg now looking up the inside. They could be side by side here. Yes, it's going to be DeMario.
Already that slight gap. DeMario just so good on brand new tires. Look at Kopp making a move.
Great move from Cody there, and that's a big committed pass. When you start thinking about passing people going up into that little area there, Greg, it's a big commitment.
More moves being made up the inside. Speeds in the gearbox, but what we saw was the ability to go 116, 118 miles an hour for DeMario yesterday. That was cut down to in the 90s, right? It was like 90.7 miles an hour. That's the difference between 4th and 5th gear as they continue to battle up front. Vosberg came across the stripe in the lead, did a 1:34.947, fastest lap of the race. DeMario able to draft and pass, get around him by turn number 1, and that's what we're looking at now.
Look, these two guys have separated themselves 34.97, Greg. So Eladrea gets through on Page. Cody Kopp now behind Bodie as well. So Drea now, she needs to try to see if she can get herself up to the back of the 2 in front of her. You absolutely can. Look at this back here for 3rd. Eladrea not only ran those 2 down, she drafted them across the line. So the 22 is going to lead the way into turn number 1 here. Down there in turn 1, be able to get through on everybody. You can see they're 4 wide in the braking zone. And who's it going to be? It's going to be Eladrea. Page now jumps himself into 4th. Correa, Drain, and Kopp. And you're going to continue to see over the next 6.5 laps, this is going to swap back and forth. You know, Greg, when you hear Jamie give that report, this is a class where you'd almost expect more mistakes to be made, and we really don't see that many. And that just goes to show the level of riders that we have in this class.
For DeMario, he's done a 35.4, 34.9 for Hank, so they've kind of backed it off. Normally in this class, we see that these bikes go faster and faster and faster per lap, but
as they come across 4 wide right now in front of where we are actually sitting, and then now it's just a matter of who's going to brake latest, who's going to test the waters there. You see Ella's just going to drop in behind Bodie, and now that's going to be those 2 leading their way through the infield.
Do I have the ability to do that at 6'4"?
Yeah. And they fan out, don't they? As they get to, you know, this kink here, it's very interesting. With the start-finish line is literally right past
as the race wears on. Now coming across the stripe, it was Correa with 2 laps to go who was able to cross the line in 3rd with Dreyer, Page, Drain, and Kopp in that order.
It's the top speed this time, Greg, when they come by.
108. So they still 10 mile an hour slower than they've been going as the cat and mouse game on the last lap gets underway, and Vosberg's looking at him going like, what are you doing? The question is, what's going to happen here? As Vosberg puts his head down now, he's going to try to catch DeMario by surprise.
He knows. I mean, Vosberg knows. I kind of felt like he was sitting there, so maybe Vosberg's thinking, all right, I'll drop the hammer here and see if I can get away a little bit or not. So we'll see how he feels. I mean, he did get to follow DeMario the whole race, but DeMario's been pretty good in this sector, the second sector, and Vosberg's been good there as well, but he's been able to follow and have that carrot in front of him. It's kind of a fun race to watch right now because there's some strategies going on here for sure.
For the win on the final lap, DeMario has led most of the laps. Hank Vosberg and DeMario, they know each other. They're playing cat and mouse. What's going to happen in this last couple of corners? Hank Vosberg is going to try to put his head down. All he's got to do now is try to put it in the best last sector. As he looks down at his dash, you see what gear he's in. Here we go.
So when you're Vosberg there, now you've made the decision, I'm leading no matter what. He could have broke early, he could have done something, but now you just got to go because you've made the commitment that, all right, I got to lead down this hill. I got to do the best I can, and Now we're going to see what the run to the line is like.
Oh, DeMario tries to sneak up the inside. He gets a good run. Here we go to the checkered flag as Hank Vosberg shaking his head. They go side by side. The battle for third on the right part of your screen. And DeMario with the draft and pass to the line. Vosberg, not enough time, and DeMario will take the win. Yeah, they're jawing now going, come on, man. Like, what are we going to do?
Kind of felt like that was what was.
And it's going to be the number 40 of Julian Correa. Is he going to get drafted by the 65 as we go to the line? He will. And as they cross, it's going to be Bodie Page over Ella Dreyer, Correa, the sitting duck in 5th, Drain, and Cody Kopp. Here's those results. It is a .086 second margin of victory, and then that incredible battle for third. I mean, look at all of them, Jay. I mean, that's and it's DeMario with 204 points, 44 now ahead of Sam Drain. And then you have Vosberg there with 51, Bodie Page, and Ella Dreyer, your top 5.